A quiet janitor at a bus depot watches a suited commuter falsely accuse a teen of stealing a phone and intervenes at a cost to his own job and wallet. He climbs into a public trash can to find the phone and buys the kid a day pass, risking a write-up and drawing stares. Small, unexpected ripples follow across the station as others soften and copy his steadiness, leading to a gentle, hopeful shift without fanfare. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, where are you tuning in from? Leave your country in the comments. I love seeing how far these stories reach. He mops the same square of tile until the shine returns. The floor throws back the ceiling lights like a cheap mirror. He moves the yellow sign a bit, wheels the cart forward, and bends at the same backache angle he has every morning at the downtown bus depot. Nobody looks at him unless they slip. He likes it that way most days. He knows the timing of people more than their faces. Newspaper guy at 6, barista at 6:05. The old woman with pink shoes who always carries a plant. The smell of diesel lays on the air even before the first bus pulls in. Someone's coffee is already on the floor, a milk-white moon spreading under a bench. He makes a circle with the mop and stands back to let it dry. He thinks about his daughter's braces, about the half-pound of ground beef thawing in his fridge, about how the hot water in his place runs cold if you sing in the shower too long. He keeps a rhythm. He doesn't look up unless he has to. A man in a navy suit pats all his pockets. He's talking to his own reflection in the vending machine. Phone. Phone. He goes from jacket to back pocket to briefcase to jacket again. Earbuds hang off his collar like a pair of chewing gum tails. His face tightens. He pivots, scans the benches with quick, accusing eyes. There's a kid in a brown hoodie slouched 3 seats down. Skinny. Backpack frayed at the seams, stickers peeling off. The kid is looking at the schedule board, lips moving like he's doing the math. Next crosstown in 8 minutes. After that in 30. The suit's gaze lands on him the way a light lands on something you don't like seeing. The suit points. Hey, you. Where's my phone? He takes 2 steps like those steps weigh a lot. The kid blinks, confused, then straightens. I didn't touch your stuff, he says, soft, from somewhere inside the hoodie. His hands go up, empty. Security gets called. The words float out of the barista's mouth and into her radio. The guard paces over with a stern face and a neon vest that makes her look like a traffic cone in a storm. She wants everyone to calm down. The suit is not calm. People turn their heads the way people do when a siren passes. The kid tries to keep his voice even, but his eyes are big and wet around the edges. I didn't, he says again, quieter. The man with the mop watches. He saw the suit standing 10 minutes ago at the ticket machine, tapping the screen with 2 fast fingers, phone in one hand, card in the other. He saw the phone placed on the shiny edge of the machine while the man leaned, while the suit's elbow brushed it. He saw it tilt and slide. He saw gravity do what it does. He also saw the black can under the machine. One of those tall cans with a lid that hides what's inside and makes it easier to ignore. His supervisor this week is the kind who counts minutes. No chatting, she'd said yesterday. You got written up last month. I'm not kidding. He has 12 minutes until he's supposed to be upstairs for the mezzanine sweep, and she knows it. He knows the rules. He knows he has enough coins for the bus later, and not much else. He knows how fast hands turn into handcuffs if a story sticks. Hold up, he says, voice steady, not loud. Loud makes people angry. He parks the cart, steps past the yellow sign, and gets between the suit and the kid. Without being a wall about it, I think I know where it went. He nods toward the ticket machine. The guard angles her body. The suit scowls. The kid looks at him like he just got handed a life jacket he doesn't trust yet. He pops the black lid off the tall trash can. The smell hits like morning breath. Coffee, ketchup, wet paper, a banana peel with the bruise like a map of Iowa. He doesn't bother with the gloves. They stick when they're wet anyway. He rolls his sleeve up and goes in elbow deep. A woman in line makes a face. Somebody laughs, short and hard the way people laugh when they're scared and don't want to look it. His hand closes on a cold rectangle. He feels broken glass, a spider crack up one corner. He pulls slow, like a fisherman, with a good story. It comes up sticky with soda and a clump of napkins stuck to its back. He wipes it on his pant leg because that's the cloth he's got. The screen wakes with a glow. The suit leans in. Face ID does its thing. The little lock icon pops open like a sigh. The room changes a little. Not the lights. The feeling. The kid's shoulders drop an inch. The guard's hand comes off her belt. The suit blinks like a camera flash just hit him. He takes the phone, but his thanks is a nod because the stadium inside his chest is still full. The kid glances at the board. His bus is kissing the curb outside. Doors open, people loading. The man with the mop lifts one hand at the kid, palm out. Wait a second. He hooks his mop with his elbow, mud on water, and walks to the ticket kiosk. He swipes his own card. The machine asks him if he's sure. He is. He loads a day pass and prints it and holds it out. You missed one. Take the next. You're good. The kid's throat works. He takes the card with both hands like it might slide away. Thanks, he says, a whisper aimed at his shoes. The air lets go a notch. People unfreeze. The sound of the city leaks back in. Brakes, hiss, someone tapping a sugar packet, a laugh that isn't nervous. The guard looks at the kid. You're clear, she says, softer now. The suit stands still for a beat, then pockets the phone and adjusts his tie, which was fine already. He looks like he swallowed a rock and is making it look like bread. The man with the mop sets the black lid back on the can with a plastic clack and goes back to his square of floor. He wrings brown water out of the mop. His supervisor sees him from the top of the stairs, checks her watch and gives him that look. He nods like rain nods against a window. He knows. In the locker room he peels off the soggy glove. The cut is small, kissing the webbing between his thumb and first finger. He runs it under cold water, dabs it with a cheap soap that smells like a motel. He wraps it in tissue, then tape from a box somebody left behind. His check stub sits on the bench, folded in half like it's tired too. Garnish for a debt he took on when a friend said he needed help when he believed help would come back someday. A thin envelope in his bag says final notice in red, and he doesn't open it because he doesn't need his lunch to taste like fear. On his phone there's a text from his ex about Saturday. Maybe skip this weekend? She's got practice. He types back, okay, I'll swap my shift, then deletes the period and hits send anyway. In the corner of his locker is a photo of a girl with new braces, trying not to smile but failing. He puts the check stub in front of the photo so the girl's eyes are covered, then slides both behind his deodorant so they're not the first thing he sees later. On the next run, the kid returns with a cheap smile. He's got a hot dog from the cart outside and mustard on his sleeve, and he's carrying an old man's suitcase like it's no thing. The old man taps his cane on the tile and thanks him. The kid lifts the bag into the underbelly of the bus and jogs back inside, a little breathless. He pauses near the mop bucket. Yo, he says, still trying to be casual, still failing. My bad if I was snappy. Thanks. The man with the mop says, get where you're going, and the kid nods too fast and goes. At noon, the security guard stands beside the same panhandler. Yesterday, she told him to keep moving in that firm voice she keeps for the job. Today, she's got 2 hot chocolates from the kiosk and hands one over like it's a baton in a relay. They talk, not long. He takes the drink with both hands, warms his fingers. She glances at the man with the mop while he's changing the trash liner, and he pretends not to see. Her radio crackles. She answers it with a tone that sounds less like a wall. The next morning, the suit shows up grey around the eyes. He goes to Lost and Found and places a brown leather wallet on the counter like it might break if he drops it. He says a few words to the woman behind the glass, then steps back. The man with the mop catches the eye contact for a second. The suit lifts a hand, a small acknowledgement, then tugs his sleeve down like he's cold. On the cart later, there's a box of nitrile gloves with a note tucked into the plastic. Saw you go bare-handed. These fit large. No hard feelings. He looks around for the guy. He's already on a bus, rectangle of phone light cutting his face. The barista notices the tape on his hand. She raises her brows like she's asking a question without words. He shrugs. She sets a bandage shaped like a butterfly on the counter. This one stays, she says. He starts to wave away the coffee cup. She slides toward him, then sees it's just hot water with a slice of lemon. No charge, she says, for the scent. He doesn't argue with that. He holds the cup to his face and breathes steam and citrus until his eyes stop stinging for a reason he doesn't need to name. He is paid to clean what people don't see. Gum under benches, spills that appear and vanish like magic tricks. The anger that lands and then goes away without being a headline. He moves the sign, makes a wet floor, a dry one, and sometimes that's the whole job. Sometimes it's more. He doesn't think about it like saving anyone. He thinks about it like keeping the place running. Like aligning a rug so nobody trips. Like finding a thing and putting it where it belongs. He tucks a fresh liner into the mouth of the can. The rim snaps home with a crisp sound. Outside, A bus door sighs. A slice of sun falls through the high windows and warms the tile. He pushes the cart, and the wheels squeak a little tune that nobody hears, and the day, somehow, goes on in a better way than it was going 5 minutes before.